If you think London is too expensive, well, you're not wrong. But for every opportunity there is to drop 100 quid, and trust me, there are plenty, there are also hundreds of opportunities to experience the city completely for free. I'm going to run you through 8 mini London itineraries that I've curated that cost nothing once you get there. We're kicking things off with 2 nature-focused itineraries. First up is Hampstead. From Hampstead Station, enjoy the high street, drop into Daunt Books, it's all very cute, and then head over to the Heath. Side note, I had to Google what a heath was because I didn't understand why it wasn't just called a park. Turns out, a heath is an area of open, uncultivated land with characteristic vegetation of heather, gorse, and coarse grasses. So walk around the open, uncultivated land, past the mixed bathing ponds, through the coarse grasses, and up to Parliament Hill viewpoint for a really beautiful view across London. While you're in Hampstead Heath, you can also drop into Kenwood House. This is a neoclassical villa that's free to browse. It's got a huge art collection in there, and that art is collected by the great-grandson of the founder of Guinness. And it's also the filming location in Notting Hill in this scene.
Gracias.
The next nature-focused itinerary is in southwest London in Richmond. So from Richmond Station, head towards a street called Paved Court. It's also, coincidentally, where they filmed a lot of Ted Lasso. From there, you're going to head towards White Cross Pub and wander along the riverside. From the riverside, you can then make your way towards the park. So Richmond Park is the largest royal park in London, and it is also a designated national nature reserve. So you'll see a lot of wildlife here, including deers, which are beautiful. The next few itineraries are centered around shopping districts, or in the spirit of free London, window shopping districts. But really, these are significantly energetic and vibrant places, so don't be put off by the shopping aspect. First up is Soho. From Oxford Circus, you're going to head towards Carnaby Street. This is a pedestrianised shopping district. It's full of colour, a lot of street art, really cool lights, particularly in winter time. From Carnaby Street, check out Liberty. Honestly, this is such a beautiful department store. It also happens to house a lot of beautiful brands and products to browse and wander around. I personally have never spent a cent in Liberty, but I've been there multiple times to just enjoy and wander around because I think it's just a beautiful space to be in. You can also drop into Selfridges to see one of London's most popular department stores. Also, if you're there around Christmas time, their Christmas section of the store is unreal, like unlimited. And then also there is the corner shop at Selfridges, and that hosts rotating series of creative retail concepts. From Selfridges, you can walk up to Marylebone. To me, Marylebone is just quintessential London. I find it so beautiful. I love walking around the high street. You can also drop into Daunt Books. This is a beautiful building with Edwardian architecture. It was founded by James Daunt in 1990. He preserved a lot of the original features from its previous life as a 1910s antique and rare bookshop, and that one is believed to be the world's first custom-built bookshop. And on that note, James Daunt is also a very interesting business person. There's a podcast I'll link in the description if you want to learn more about how he applied his learnings from Daunt Books to kind of save Waterstones in the UK. The next shopping-focused itinerary is Covent Garden. So from Tottenham Court Road Station, you're going to go check out Outernet. This is an immersive box with like 360 wraparound screens and sound. It hosts a heap of free digital art exhibitions, concerts, and collaborations. So I think it's a really cool thing to just pop your head in and check out. I always do when I'm in the area and getting off at Tottenham Court Station. From Outernet, head over to Neal's Yard. This is a very unsuspecting little alleyway that brings me so much joy every time I divert from my path to walk through it. It is full of colourful buildings, and it was actually interestingly transformed in the 1970s to create a space that is kind of like the centre for alternative, sustainable and independent businesses. From Neal's Yard, you can head to Seven Dials. I had to add this one in because it is one of my favourite spots in London. So Seven Dials is called what it is because there are 7 streets radiating from a most central point. I think it's just a really cool street to wander around. There's a lot of stores that you can drop into as well, a lot of great retail stores in particular. From Seven Dials, check out Covent Garden. This is a big cultural hub of sorts. Along King Street, you have like the Glossier, and opposite that is the outside market area with street performance and just a general buzz of humans and activations. From Covent Garden, you can head to the National Portrait Gallery. This is a really, really beautiful and free gallery. It is filled with iconic rooms covered in portraits, and there are a lot of free tours or drop-in drawing sessions. And then outside the National Portrait Gallery, where you're going to finish, you're on the steps of Trafalgar Square, so just another iconic area of London to check out. Of course, living in Hackney, I have to share with you my ideal free day. This is something I'll do when I just want to get out and about. From Shoreditch High Street, head to Redchurch Street. Wow, it's like a tongue twister. Redchurch Street. This is a hub for independent shops, creative businesses, street art and dining. It's lovely to just walk along, turn a corner and check out Arnold Circus. This is a beautiful street to wander, but also I learned recently that it is the site of London's first council housing estate. From Arnold Circus, head up to Columbia Road Flower Market, particularly on a Sunday. This is when there's going to be a lot of markets selling a lot of flowers and plants, and there's over 60 independent businesses and traders along that road on a Sunday. However, it is very busy on a Sunday. Like, if you don't love crowds, definitely don't go on a Sunday. It is truly overwhelming. Fun fact though, the Sunday flower markets is one of the oldest markets in London. It's been established since 1869. From Columbia Road, head to Hackney City Farm. This is a community-driven inner city space to pet animals, plant vegetables, and generally connect with your neighbors and promote biodiversity. So all the good stuff. They also have a rotating program of cultural events at very affordable prices. From Hackney City Farm, walk up to Broadway Market. This is just a fantastic street. It feels like a fashion runway of East London. There's also really iconic shops like Artwords Bookshop, but once again, this is free, so you can just walk and enjoy all of the activity and the buzz. And they do have markets there on Saturday and Sunday, which is very energetic. Side note about Broadway Market, I learnt that this market was actually relaunched by the community only 20 years ago. So the community wanted to bring it back and get a sense of energy back into the area. And so in 2004, this led to a resurgence of Broadway Market and its popularity. From Broadway Market, you're pretty much at London Fields, and this is a very popular park. In the height of summer, it'll be 90% humans grazed out on the grass. I love London Fields, I love the Lido. It's a beautiful area to walk around. The next 3 itineraries are more focused on iconic London things, like think the Royals and Big Ben. First up is Kensington. So from Hyde Park Corner Station or Knightsbridge, head to Hyde Park and walk around the huge, beautiful grounds. And you can also walk around the lovely Serpentine Lake, which, fun fact, Serpentine Lake was one of the first people-made lakes designed to look natural. And this was then starting a trend that was copied elsewhere around the world. You'll also want to drop into the Serpentine Galleries. There are 2, the North and the South, and they do pull quite significant artists. I'm often very impressed and moved by the work I see at the Serpentine Galleries. Now, at this point, you can go in 2 different directions depending on what you're feeling like. The first is heading towards Albert Memorial and walking past Royal Albert Hall. This is obviously an iconic venue. I think it's pretty cool to see, and you've probably had one of your favorite artists perform there in the past. And then from there, you can check out all the iconic London museums that are free. You've got Science Museum, Natural History Museum, and the V&A. And then from the museum area, you can also head towards Harrods and check that store out as well. It's got pretty iconic architecture. The second option, if you're not vibing that first route, is to head towards Kensington Palace, and then you can also check out slightly less iconic but still museums that I personally love. You've got the Design Museum and the Japan House London in a different direction. The next itinerary involves all of the London landmarks along the Thames. So from London Bridge Station, you can pop up to London Bridge, and from the bridge, get a really good view of the better bridge, Tower Bridge. And then you can head to Borough Market, which is a very hectic market. It is very well known, very popular. It's where Bridget Jones's apartment is in the first movies. You can then walk along the South Bank, past Shakespeare's Globe. You'll likely see the Shard from there as well, and then you can get to Millennium Bridge, which I think is a really beautiful bridge. It's in Harry Potter, it's in The Split, which is a great TV show. And then where the Millennium Bridge is also the Tate Modern. So I do prefer the exhibitions, but there are a lot of free, fantastic art to see at the Tate. And don't forget about Tate Modern Lates. This is a monthly program on Friday evenings where they open late with programs and free activities. From the Tate, continue past Oxo Tower and check that out. Then you'll get to the National Theatre, which is this big brutalist building. And then you're pretty much at Waterloo, and you've seen a lot along the Thames. And then you can also see the London Eye and Westminster across the Thames around there as well, near Waterloo. So make sure you get to see all the iconic buildings on this one itinerary. Finally, I've thrown together some additional culturally relevant things to see around Holborn. So from Temple Station, head up to the Artist Garden. I've spoken about this one before. It's a rooftop garden that has been repurposed to showcase women and non-binary artists' sculptural pieces, or I think just general artworks. From the Artist Garden, you can head to Somerset House. This is a very iconic building. It's free to enter and wander around. And then you can head to another museum, Sir John Soane's Museum. And then you can also check out British Museum, which is just a huge reminder of Britain's colonisation. But you know what? It's also an incredible building. And then you can also check out Russell Square, which is a little park that I once sat in and thought, wow, this is such a nice park. I should save this to my Google Maps. All right, those are my 8 mini itineraries for doing free things around London to experience the city. Finally, there were some things that I didn't get to kind of fit neatly into one of my itineraries, but I wanted to make sure to include, so I'm just going to list them here now. You can go to Sky Garden or Horizon 22 to get an incredible view across London for free. You can also drop into Leadenhall Market. My mum went to all of those and she loved them. You can also check out Barbican. This is as an architectural structure worth seeing. It's also free to walk around. The V&E East Storehouse. This is the absolute best. This is my #1 free recommendation. Congrats for staying this long on this video so that you get this recommendation. I think this is London's most underrated museum. Not underrated, it's just new and it's in the East, so a lot of people don't necessarily know about it yet. So go check out V&E East Storehouse. I think it's an amazing space. I talk about it a lot in other videos. And then also Portobello Road for the market and the colourful houses around that area. That's obviously iconic. You can also see free comedy at the Bill Murray, the Angel Comedy Club, Camden Head Pub, Top Secret Comedy Club. There's always some kind of free or £5 comedy going on around London. And then finally, King's Cross and Coal Drops Yard. They have a rotating schedule of free events such as movies, I think in the summertime, and other things going on. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. It really helps the channel, and I hope you have a great day or evening wherever you are. Bye!